Hi, I'm James Ward, a developer advocate at Google. This is part 2 of your intro to containers. Part 1 was about what containers are, and in this part we're going to talk about how to create containers. There's actually a lot of different ways to create containers. You can use a traditional method which uses something called a Docker file, which is the instructions that Docker uses to create container images. And that's great. You can use that, and there's definitely reasons for why you'd use that. I want to show you something called Buildpacks, which are the easy way to create containers. So there's a project under the Cloud Native Computing Foundation called Cloud Native Buildpacks, and we'll take a look at what Buildpacks are and how to use them. So I'm on buildpacks.io where we can learn more about what buildpacks are, but essentially the gist of it is buildpacks take a reusable approach to turning source code into a Docker container image. And so what happens is people create these build packs that have instructions for how to go from source code, whether it's Java, whether it's Python, Node, whatever, and know how to take that source code and turn it into a container image. There's many different build pack providers out there. Heroku has some, Pivotal has some, Google Cloud has some, and there's others as well. You can go check out the registry on buildpacks.io to go find build packs that you may be looking for. And build packs are really a collection of different, that you can take build packs and put them into a collection, and that's called a builder image. And so let's go just dive into the command line and give something a try. I'm going to start just totally from scratch here. Let's call this Hello PHP. And I'm going to start with PHP just because it's the very simplest thing that could possibly work. And let's create a index.php file here. And I'm just going to say hello world. Not even PHP, but by giving this a PHP extension, we're going to be able to see how this all works. Okay, so all I have is some source code. And to be able to run this PHP file, I actually need a server. I need something that can handle PHP. And so Buildpacks, the Heroku Buildpacks, have built-in support to be able to handle this. And so there's a command line tool. One way that we can use Buildpacks is through a command line tool called pack. And so I've downloaded and I've installed pack already. And what I'm going to say is I'm going to say pack build, and then I'm going to tell it that I want to build this directory that I'm in with Buildpacks, but I do need to tell it my builder image to use. So I'm going to say, let's use the builder that is Heroku Buildpacks. And then let's give this thing a name. So hello PHP. Okay, so now what this is going to do is pack is going to go fetch the builder image that is all the build packs inside of that Heroku builder image. So this has the PHP support, it has Java support, all sorts of different languages. And you can go read the documentation on the Heroku builder image to go see what it supports out of the box. But this is now downloading all those Docker layers. So remember in the intro, we saw how there's different layers. So each build pack has its own layers. And so now it downloaded all those to my local Docker daemon. And now it's going to take my source code, my index.php, and it's going to build it into another container image. So now this is all running. It's done a detection on this this source code that I've given it. And so that tells it which build packs to actually run. So it's saying, hey, it looks like this is a PHP project, and the Heroku build packs say, I know how to build a PHP project. And there we go. Now my source code has been built into a container image, which then I could run. And so like before we saw in the intro, let's actually just run this thing, and I'm going to tell it to map the port 8080 to 8080 within the container, since that's the default port here. And now let's run the hello PHP image. And so you'll see that it's now starting up. And let's see if I pick the right port there. Let's give this thing a try. And nope, not working. I think if we go back and see, all right, I did pick the wrong port there. I believe that if I pass an environment variable to this thing, let's give this a try, pass the port environment variable and set it to 8080. Let's give that again. And I need to get the right command specified here. There we go. Just needed a space. Okay, there we go. So now I have set the port environment variable, and it will use that if it's set. And let's go give this thing a try again. There we go. Now we get my hello world. So I just went from source code to a container image that I can run with Docker or wherever I run container images, and was able to do that with Buildpacks, but without specifying anything special to give any instruction for how to build this thing into a container image. So let's get this thing to stop. Yeah, it looks like it's still stopping, but once that stops, we'll be able to see that all there was in that directory was just that index.php. Okay, so you've seen that for a very, very basic project. Let's go take a look at the Google Cloud build packs now. So these are up on GitHub, Google Cloud Platform build packs. And here we can see the languages that are supported in those build packs. We also have some build pack samples that you can start with. So there's a number of different ones, Go, Java, whatever. But I want to just show you how a different build pack would work. And so I have this, this project downloaded to my local machine. And let's go try to run pack on these projects. So let's go into like the sample node one. And like before, I'm going to say pack build. And I could specify the builder. If we go back and look at the documentation here, we'll see that the builder image that I can specify is that one. But I've actually already told pack just to use that one by default, the Google Cloud Build Packs. And let's give it a name, sample node. Okay, pack build. And so now this will download all the layers for the Google Cloud build packs. And so that'll take a minute to download all those layers, but those will be cached for future use. So that's a nice thing about Docker is that great cacheability of the layers. And once it pulls all the layers, then it's going to look at the source code in this project and it's going to say, oh, that looks like a node project. I know how to take a node project and build that. And so you'll see, sure enough, it's going through, it's installing the version of node that's required. It's then running the node build on that project. And now I get that thing up and running, or that container created called sample node. And then of course I could use Docker run and run that just like we ran before. So you can see when you look at the Buildpacks documentation, the type of projects that they understand and how to use them. Again, lots of different options for different build packs, but this is the easy way to transform source code into a container image so that you can then have your container image and run it locally, run it wherever you want to run your container images. Thanks for watching.